Thinking back a bit into a time when I was little, I didn't know the difference between a rap, rhyme, or riddle. Cold blind to the train till it happened one summer. Beats were being born and the finer the one that listen. My taste and grammar graduated from what's happening. Now fresh is the word, beats is dope, a lot of hands clapping and tagging my name, burning graffiti at my pen spill. I brought the heat like Tahiti, buzzing the windmills, cutting and scratching vinyl hip hop. I did it all. See, just as romance, D Tower Heat and Jamal Ski. So this goes on. Too many to mention in retro. Flames is petrol. Set off when I let the pen flow. Instrumental with dope production as my main source. The title they empower me with what the name Force One. G-Rock internationally known, son. 365, I get it done up by my lonesome. Damn like a tech with correct technique. I excel. Then prevail. Damn like a tech with correct technique. I excel. Then prevail.
I'm just a starving artist who watches his pen bleed. Came up as a kid, born to your father's 10 speed. Not a lot of women denying big entry. I've been kicking raps at the turn of the century. Raw elegance, incorporating no elements. My brain works like artificial intelligence. Donate my body to science, study the skeleton. Crucial conflicts like the pit and the pendulum. There's no defending them, only cats who spit fire. My music never fades and my raps never expire. Respect the legends in the path, yo, I have to admire. Check the back of the flyer, only the facts are required. Speak on behalf of myself, that's my status guitar. A lot of rappers mad cause they go flat like a tire. Try to understand and dissect the lesson. Cold name, blaze, special respect, the weapon.
Damn like a tech with correct technique. I excel, then prevail. Damn like a tech with correct technique. I excel, then prevail.
I grew up in the 305, listening to the Power Mix. Talent 96, DJ Laz with the power is the city was too live. Poison Clan told you how it is. Gotta appreciate what it was to truly love how now it is. Yo, on TV taught me the world is bigger than my street. Can't forget the first time I heard Rakim bringing the heat, a life-changing moment. The way that his voice carried the beat, since then been getting it in. Hip-hop send me deep. Every nucleus of every cell vibrates with a bass line. To master a craft is gonna take time. Age and wisdom, I'm still driven in my late prime. Like lifting weights or sparring when I say rhymes. A workout for the mind. Putting these words together better than ever. It's my pleasure with every letter beyond measure. Whether or not I'm getting the cheddar, I'm happy to be a part of the hip hop culture I treasure.
Damn like a tech with correct technique. I excel, then prevail. Damn like a tech with correct technique. I excel, then prevail. Rock well.
Memories of a mad, pen in my pad laughing, inventive the madness, spit venomous chapters, phrases. Saturday night and master aces, better yet, De La Soul, you know greatness. Apex, golden era, tape deck, sound warehouse in the prime. Can you relate? Yes, rewind and remember the time like MJ when Playhouse Party was lit in them days of the golden. Rest in peace, Joey. I'm holding your legacy close to heart. Whenever closing a track out, what it is, I go the rap route. That's how it's been on my beats. You wanna act out cool? Yo, I won't get upset. Put the heat to the sweet, take a pull, then I jet back to the lab. With Pro Tools, I add forever build. If you have to ask, it's for the
Damn like a tech with correct technique. I excel, then prevail. Damn like a tech with correct technique. I excel, then prevail. Rock well.
I don't have the energy for you today.
Never thought of energy as something you lacked.
I love doing that one. It's my favorite one to do right there.
For you, does it?
What's going on, everyone? We are live for episode 16 of Ordinary Gains. I am your host, Left Eye E.G.O. I am joined by the wonderful, the lovely, the birthday girl, Shiro. This is her active recovery face, guys. She wanted to do this at 3 o'clock today. I took one look at her and said, you had too much fun. It's going to have to be 5 o'clock. That's why we're doing a 5 o'clock spot today. Honey, how are you doing?
I'm struggling so hard. I am so tired. My bones hurt. My head hurts. It all hurts.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie. They found me on the floor. It was that kind of a good party. I was like, yo, this floor is really cold and inviting right now, and the dogs are already laying there, so they clearly know what's up. I should lay there too. So yeah, it was that kind of a party. It was a really good party.
And we put him back in bed, and then by the time I came to bed, he was back on the floor.
Exactly.
He decided that's where he
The bed was hot.
It's a cool bed.
It was hot. I was put up a store. I was up, but the floor was so inviting, and the dogs know this. They're on the floor. They don't even want to be in bed, so I should probably be on the floor.
We don't.
That was my thinking. I'm not saying it was right. It's just that was my thinking when it happened. Anyway, we'll go ahead and check up with the chat here. Played it earlier in the intro, but Nosferatu's already sea walking. Keep sea walking. Riding that one out. What's up, brother? You got Angry Canadian AC. Thank you for dropping by. Static, good sir. You got me, man. You got me with the video yesterday. That was
video.
Oh, you don't know. So, damn. Here we go. This is what's gonna happen. Shiro didn't see it,
I didn't.
but when me and Antoine did our video for the stream yesterday, we found out that E.G.O got monetized, right?
Okay.
So he was asking my thoughts on the e-girls. Like,
what's an E.G.O?
Instaho.
Oh.
Yeah. Or .com thought.
Huh.
You know, basically, like, people would send them money and they'd make these weird ass noises. Not nasty noises, just like weird shit. And I'll show you what happened. So what happened is that we were doing the things they do, and then Static caught it and then just put me and AJ on blast. So I'm gonna go ahead and find it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got me and AJ pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can find it here and show it to you. Where?
Okay.
What? What's it?
Nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna find it. Hold on.
Usually you're more prepared than this.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So now he sees the. Okay, hold on, guys. Before you
were doing that?
No, not okay. He was saying what happened was he was saying, "Yo, this is." He's like, "What do you think about it?" And I was like, "Which ones?" And he's like, "Oh, you know when they pay them money." So I started doing this, but none of this shit was on here.
I know that, but you were actually doing the.
I was like, "Oh, that stuff," like because I seen the video, so I'm acting it out. So this is what it looked like.
Okay.
Yo.
Ice cream, yum, gang, gang.
We were making fun of them, and so Static clipped it and then put me on the mouse ears and stuff. Because what happened is they'll send them money, and they'll just making these random ass noises, and you're like, "What am I watching?" But you're like, "Oh, it's because they're paying the money that they're doing it." And so we were joking about it, and then Static clipped it, and then yeah.
So now you guys will get money on your channel to make random noises.
No, we wanted to figure out what the line was, because like, hey man, you gonna be how much it's gonna cost for? Because Flaccid Phoenix was the first donation, $10. And so we're like, yo, you know what that means? What you gonna do for that money?
Something strange for a piece of change.
Exactly. So that was the joke, and that was the bit. That's what happened. So the static and them got me. It was actually pretty damn funny. We were like, I had to hold my shame for
I
that
didn't know
one.
that was a thing.
It is a thing. That's why we're just like, yo, how much money does it?
So is it like the ASRM or no? They're just like,
I don't know. I thought it was like I do not know. Like people sit on this money and it's like for every money they give, they make the weird noise. I'm like, yo, if I give you $20, I need 4 unique noises. Okay. You ain't gonna be saying these regular. You ain't gonna be making regular noises for me. Okay.
okay.
I was like, yo, here's 5. You got the first thing you gotta do is that's the first 5. Okay. Then the rest of the 15, we'll work that out with the noises you can make. Like if I pay 20, I want to know my $20 were unique sounds. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
And so that first one you just did was a unique sound.
Yeah.
How did it go?
That's how
You've done it 3 times now. I hope someone clips it. Oh god.
Yeah,
Too
they
easy,
make
honey.
thousands of dollars. Yes.
Too easy.
OnlyFans could make a thing like shit. I hope not.
They already do probably.
I know, and that's the thing that makes me upset. It's feet pics and weird noises. Just it's not for me. But anyway, that was what happened on Saturday. So I can address the rest of the chat. Ow. E.G.O, did you get the spins from being on the floor? Man, it was close. It was close. I mean, all that I enjoyed came back to haunt me that exact moment. So the floor seemed like the best place to be at that time.
He literally was trying to give my friend some love advice. And then you said, I'm done. And went inside and Kat was like, I think Larry's drunk.
Yes.
He wasn't making any sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, then I probably was really drunk. That's probably fair. I had a lot. I was doing great, and then someone's like, let's take shots of Jameson. And I knew I should have said no. And that's probably the last thing that I remember.
Well, the green tea shots have Jameson in them.
That's what got me. Because I had more than one of those. Because I was like, it tastes good. It doesn't taste like
so
Jameson.
Good. Yeah.
It did. And I was like, I should probably go lay down now.
Miss B had one too. And she's like, wow, I actually like that. I was like, Lord.
Well, okay. All right. But yeah, I mean, so the main thing was, all in all, is a good time. But that does not change the fact that I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to go every stream without.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it. You.
Okay, so guys.
I'm perfect.
Okay, let's see how you have a perfect response to this. This is what happened. So, we talked about how E.G.O had been trying for the last few weeks to get her.
I want to see the chatties.
Okay, the chat. There you go. Nothing's been updated. If it was, it'd be a red marker and it would say +1 or 2 there.
I didn't ask you that.
But you got it. You got it. You'll be tired and sassy. Anyway, so in preparation for E.G.O's birthday party, she'd been working pretty much every day to do things around the house. She took the whole week off, but she was doing things around the house. Me, works a lot. I travel for work, dealing with things, with patients, and with all of that, I was like, it's time to sell my car. This car has been with me. It's driven from Colorado to Philadelphia, up and down the East Coast, and also made it back from Philly to Texas. We've had a good run. It is time to sell this car, okay?
It had no bumper. It was a standard. And I think the windows, you couldn't roll them down because they'd get stuck.
That was the rear driver side. It was otherwise working. Hello, Noise Sasquatch. So anyway, I decided to sell my car via CarMax, which is actually a very, very easy experience. If you ever want to know what selling your car to CarMax is like, it's really great, and they are pretty fair on the price because I did not think my car was worth what they quoted me for. But when we took it in, they're like, hey, your car is so great, we're going to give you $1,200 whole dollars. And I was like, that is great because I was only expecting $300. So I have made a profit in my mind, right? So I sell the car, I get $1,200, right? Now, Shiro had told me when we met, she was like, I don't get mad that, my ex-husband and I did not work out. What I will not tolerate is the fact that he stole Rock Band from me.
He really did. He gifted it to me. It was my gift. And then he would not give it to me or the vacuum he gifted me in our separation. It was a Dyson. Are you kidding me? Oh, my vacuum.
Please put a line in my room, please. Good Lord. Anyway, she told me this when we first met. So I said, when she turns 40, I'm going to get her Rock Band, right? So when my money comes in for my car, all right, that's.
I believe we're married. It's called ours.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the car was before you. That's all I'm saying is that, the car has been with me, So I was like, I'm giving up part of me. And then when I'm getting back, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy her the complete Rock Band set. I'm talking drums, bass, guitar, and microphone. And a video game. And what?
A guitar.
And I got the guitar the day before yesterday. That one works for Rock Band 3. The looks really cool, right? Anyway, so I was actually... It's funny because she actually is 1/16, so Choctaw. Your mom told me she's 1/8, you 1/16. You Choctaw in German. She told me that. Anyway, so I was like, yo, I heard how expensive this thing is. But, I can give some money to our savings account, and then the rest I can actually buy the set. So I was like, hey, honey, here's $400 for savings. And all I hear was, that's it? I was like, you know what? I was going to cancel the wine thing a few weeks ago, but now I'm definitely canceling Rock Band. All right? How did you give me an attitude about money that I'm giving up for us for savings? And you want to know what I'm doing with the other 2/3?
Yes, honey, because when I said, hey, honey, like, this is your car, when you get the money, like, use it to buy, your gun that you want or whatever, like, whatever. And then he says to me, no, we're going to put it in savings. I'm like, okay. And without warning, you only send a part of it. So I was like, well, that could have been
like, hey, she did say I should buy a gun. And that's my excuse is I'm going to buy a gun. It's like, okay. Wow. Wow. So anyway,
babe, I'm trying not to ask you 8 questions so that way you can surprise me.
You almost blocked your blessing again. That's all I'm saying. It hasn't been the first time. It's a trend. Every time near your birthday, you ask questions that you shouldn't be asking because a gift is around the corner. That's all that I'm saying, honey. Okay, that was my. I'm fine. I'm now. I'm good now. That was my grievance. Do you have a grievance that you would like to? I mean, look at me. What? Don't even look at me like that. I'm perfect.
My grievance. I did not know that I would be planning my birthday party.
Okay. All right.
I was assisting and said, oh, look, I found a bartender. I found a DJ. And then when it came down, I thought I was just going to spruce up the backyard to make sure the people coming over could hang out. But at the end of the day, I felt like I was the only one preparing for this party.
I would say that sounds like the trade-off of having a house party for a birthday because you're there and people knows that you took the whole week off to prepare for stuff. They assume that you got it more on lock than you would like to. You sounded so confident in the things you were doing. I was like, wow, you must have a lot of help because I'm not helping. I'm the ideas guy. I took you out to nice restaurants. Yeah, what time's the party? I literally told someone the party was at like 3 o'clock. So
add that to my grievance list.
So
he gave me a panic attack.
So what happened was all those invites she sent out had my phone number on them, and I never saw the invites. So I was like, I guess it sounds like the party starts at 3, I guess, and goes till 9.
Why won't you just ask me?
Because your friend texted me, and I was like, you know what? As priest holder, I will give you the correct information. But it was wrong. And so she showed up 2 hours early to the party, and then she started freaking out. And it was kind of a hard thing to see her brushing off the pool and then crying at the same time. Because I didn't know what the sound was. Oh, that's a weird sound for the brush to make on the pool. Oh, she's crying. There. She said she would help start up and clean things for the party. So look at God. A blessing has materialized in these trying times.
Well, I was stressing out because people said that they were going to be able to help. They didn't show up.
Okay.
And they didn't show up until like an hour before. And I thought E.G.O gave these people a 3 o'clock time frame. And
one person.
Now they're all going to show up and it's going to be terrible. So I panicked.
She did.
I panicked. And I don't often panic, but I was very stressed.
I tell her friend, like, hey, can you go talk to her? She's freaking out. She doesn't want to hear me speak any words of encouragement at all. Have a reason for her issues. So I'm walking away. However, I will say the party turned out great. We're going to give you guys a live look at how the party went down.
What?
So yes, it was a wonderful, wonderful house party.
It was fun. We had a bartender and a DJ, and the bartender made all the like mixes fresh with fresh fruit and all that stuff.
They are on a. I'm not gonna lie, most of the time they are.
They're typically bulleted as well. That's how he knew. Like one of the first arguments we had, I sent him an email with bullet points.
So all my grievances are bullet points as well. Okay, she did it originally. You have to buy it, sir. It was a great time. It's fun, fantastic. It was just the morning after that was a little rough. So I say all in all, how do you feel about turning the big 2020? Think about it.
I mean, I get it. That was a weird way to say it.
What would you have me say?
I'm 40.
Okay. So everyone was like, you shouldn't say her how old she is.
I don't look 40. I'm okay.
But where do you draw the line between I look 40? I didn't know what that means.
Are you saying I look 40?
No, I'm saying I've never heard anyone say, like, because I don't look 40, it's okay you tell me that I'm 40.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, because usually that'll be like the shock factor, like, oh my god, really?
I know, but
are you sure?
How ugly do you think you'd have to look before you wouldn't want to tell people you're 40? Like,
well, I mean, I look at all my family, and I'm like, I'll be fine. You can just tell people my age; they'll be shocked.
I'm not gonna lie, they wheeled her grandmother to the party. Her grandmother's 93. It was in what kind of chair was that?
A wheelchair.
A wheelchair. Which one of the ones you can stand up in? Like,
oh,
it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that was the same one. Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, she was there. She was 93 years old. She was chilling. Like, people were feeding her. So I'm like, I think in her mind, she's like, I'll be okay. I'm just saying, like
I don't understand the question.
I know, but does that mean like if you had like an extra like crow's feet, or like you had laugh lines, or like extra forehead wrinkles?
I have forehead wrinkles.
I'm trying to figure out where's the line between like don't tell people how old I am.
I don't know. I don't have that issue. I've earned my age, and I am okay with
That's all I was asking.
being called 40. I don't know.
I'm just, I'm like, with me, it's just like people don't believe I'm over 30. And I have to be like, I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
You know. I just want to double check. That's all. So I was asking, how do you feel about turning 40? How life was when you thought it would be when you were. Does it change from what you thought 40 would look like or be like or feel like between 21, 25, 30, and now? Is it all the
Since I
same?
drank like I was 21.
You did.
I'm
You
a
lost.
little.
You lost that battle.
I'm a little upset that I don't feel 21 after. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. I think just in life in general, I've come a long way. And I'm not bartending and waiting tables at 40, so I'm feeling good about myself. That was just one of my goals, not to be doing that. So.
Maybe doing what?
Bartending and waiting tables at 40.
Okay. That's
I
fair.
mean, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have an idea of what life would have looked like. I mean, after I got divorced and was single for quite a while, I was kind of like, okay, I'll just be living life.
You're just like, as long as I'm not still bartending at 40, I'm good.
Yeah.
But you would go back to bartending, though, if you could.
If I had to.
God, okay, we don't live in have to territory. No. Okay, great.
I don't think my feet could handle it. I've been on my feet all week, and I am in a lot of pain right now.
You see that? Okay.
So.
That's always why I wanted to double check with you, because I was like, I tell you all the time, you don't have to struggle like that at all. I mean,
I mean, I still pick up odd jobs, but they're things that I would like to be doing.
But yeah, pretty much now she has hobbies for money, if that makes sense. Like, because she loves volleyball, people ask her to coach or do clinics, and they pay her to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I told her all of my hobbies I can do by myself. So if you ask me to do it, the answer's going to be no. Do you want to read a comic book? No. Hey, how about we go with shooting? Have I shot with you before? No. Want to go out and lift weights? No. I can lift my own. I mean, she has very sociable hobbies.
I do.
It's
but
just
I play a team sport.
It's just, I'm like, all of just like, it's between team hobbies and solo hobbies. I just got to help you find one solo hobby.
Powerlifting is a solo hobby.
Yeah, we don't do that nearly as much. And so the weights that you do lift, I'm usually spotting you for anyway. But I would also say that people look at me like, oh, that's her spotter. Like, first of all, I have sex with this person, okay? You don't believe me? I'm a real boy, okay? People come around and just give her daps. I'm like, I helped foster this. Her strength on the inside. You're seeing a representation of what I've instilled. Okay, where's my high five?
You're so silly.
I emotionally spot her. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we moved out of Struggleton when we moved here.
Do you think in Philly we were in Struggleton?
I will say this, and I'll ask it to the chat as well.
Okay.
Do you guys have one thing you'll never go back on that lets you know that you're not in Struggleton for this one thing? I know for us it's a bed because our shit is Posturepedic and it's got a massager. It's fantastic.
We have the purple bed. So we sprung for the purple bed. That's the one we found most comfortable, and then we sprung for the platform that moves and.
So I will say, first things first is I can't lay down flat on my back because of my eye. So the thing is, I have to have a Posturepedic. So I was like, well, hey, we're going to get the Cadillac of Posturepedics because we can't go back on this. So we went ahead and got the purple bed, which vibrates, has a light on and everything. It's fantastic. But y'all need to let us know what is something y'all never go back to Struggleton on, because I know for me it's the bed. Like, do you have anything you're not going back to Struggleton on?
Oh, I'm never driving anything other than my Jag, so.
Wow.
I'm not going backwards. Y'all put me in a Jag and I can't do anything else now.
Fair. Okay. You're ridiculous. So I will say, in catching you guys up with everything, I'm not sure we talked about it because it was right before it happened, but I actually officiated my first wedding.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
It was awesome. Which, hold on one second. Clipworthness, real boy from Shrek, get into it. That's Howard Hughes. That's a pretty good one. But I will say that it was actually a fun experience officiating my very first wedding.
You did very well. Everyone loved it.
Yeah, I was very surprised. So what happened is that one of Shiro's high school best friends, her younger sister, was getting married, and so we're all chilling at the house, and she was like, "We're trying to figure out someone to officiate the wedding," and I was like, "That's not hard to do. I could do it." And then like 3 hours later, like, "Hey, did you say you want to do it?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Like, "All right, great. The wedding's in 2 weeks."
Yeah,
So
they got married really quickly.
they did.
But they got a free chapel. Like, so there's this chapel in the whole country out here that is basically free. You just reserve the time and they let you use it, and it overlooks the hill country. So you have this beautiful background, this beautiful like bell tower chapel. It's really nice.
It is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You want this?
Sure, honey.
Okay, great. Finish my fast. So anyway, I wore my little having a nice, short sleeve shirt, a little vest, some pants. I even bought like a minister collar. Yeah, I'm glad I'm wearing pants too.
Actually, your minister collar, I think,
Never lost.
it's in the car or it's somewhere else.
Man, I'll have to find it. So anyway, so I actually get to officiate my first wedding. It was actually a lot of fun. However, I will say this: after the age of 30, you will take a compliment from anyone. All right, you will take it in stride. It's because the videographer that was there, like, saw me walking by, and he's like, "Look at you looking so cute in your little outfit, like a little corduroy brown." I was like, "Thank you." I walked my ass right over there and Sam married this couple. Shit. The best compliment I got all day. I was like,
I told you looked good.
second best comment I got all day. Do you feel better now?
I mean,
I'm just like, it was the first compliment that I got when we went outside the hotel room. That's all.
My compliment don't matter. Okay.
Well, there's what I see, and then there's how you interact in the outfit that lets me know. I was like, oh, I said you look good. Hey, it's really working for you. That's all. Hey, like, what you call it? You never watched How I Met Your Mother, but 3 words: pulling them off. You okay?
No.
Okay. Wow, weirdo. All I was saying, it was, you gotta get. There's the in-person compliment before you go out. And there's how you interact in the outfit. Like, hey, I can see you're doing really great. Hey, I said it earlier, but you really look good in the outfit. Plus, it's a stranger. Never gonna see that guy again. So I'm gonna take the compliment that I got. It was looking cute, like a little corduroy brown. I loved corduroy brown, but I couldn't really say that because then afterwards I would be a conversation I didn't feel like having. Why I look like a black teddy bear, So.
I didn't know what that was.
Corduroy brown? Yeah, it was like a children's book.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he had little suspenders. He just was sitting there, just chilling. And corduroy brown was lit. I was like, all right, cool. I feel like corduroy brown. Yeah, confidence. And he said right before the wedding started, so I was like, I can now officially, do this with much confidence. So, anthology series Hangover 40, E.G.O and Shiguro celebrated.
Oh, we had a dunk. My best friend and I, we became friends as children.
Tell them what happened, how you became friends, honey.
Well, so I moved in across the street. We lived in a cul-de-sac.
How old were you?
I was in 4th grade. I don't know. How old is that?
92. Oh, wow, it's not. Yeah, it's 92. That's pre-Michael Jordan. Yep, 92.
What's a pre-Michael Jordan?
No, I said primo. Like.
Oh, yeah. My dad planned our move to Texas around the playoff games. But, yeah, so we were playing basketball outside. Things got a little heated. We got into a tussle.
I heard there was a phrase that was uttered before the tussle. Someone's going Michael Jordan on somebody.
I said that?
That's what she said you said.
I might have said that. But
You might have. I know you said
the neighbor came out and it was like, let each other go. And we're like, no.
What were y'all doing? Like, were y'all hair pulling?
No, we were kind of throwing bows and trying to get the basketball away. And then we were entangled and wouldn't let each other go.
Show me this entanglement.
I don't really know. It's weird.
Someone had to tell you to let go, but you didn't know what you were holding on to.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. This is why
it's like, I will not lose this.
I can't stand her story sometimes.
And then
I have questions.
we became best friends. So in the pool, we had this big inflatable like basketball thing, and we relived our game.
I'm like, if they start fighting now, at this point, I'm gonna have to let them fight. I'm gonna see how this goes. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me? I'm 64. I don't know. I guess which turns into a 60. I think she'll be seeing her mom and her aunts, her grandmother. I think she'll be okay. She'll be pretty with it. It's just, it's going to be funny at a certain point when she's old enough to say, in the nursing home or the assisted living facility, independent living facility. She's like, hey, make sure my husband's okay. Which one? The black one.
I would say that shit too. The black one. He's mine.
Your wife said, are you going to be okay? Was it the white one?
Oh, my God.
Oh, that'd be so fun. I messed that up. But yeah, it's been pretty fun the last few weeks, just, living life. I mean, we had such a good time with your birthday party. We didn't really take any photos.
We did not, actually. Yeah. I think a couple people took photos, but no photos.
Yeah, no photos. Yeah. So it was that much of a fun party. We even invited our realtor that sold us the house. Mm-hmm. Didn't even think he was going to show up, but that man said he would not miss it. So it's actually really fun to do that. I was going to say, what was the next thing I was trying to think of here? I would say that there was one thing that Shiro actually got me that was, I'm not going to lie, my birthday came early for this one. So we were talking about it maybe a week ago with one of Shiro's friends because I was telling her about all these things that I'm trying to do for the lawn. And so her friend had said, you seem like you could be a lawn guy. I said, I really would like to be a lawn guy. So going to Friday, Shiro buys me a brand new water hose, and I'm excited as hell.
It's an attachment that lets you shower the yard instead of just water. Awesome.
I was so excited that I almost said, I love hose. I was like, I don't think she's going to take it the way I think she's going to say it. So I probably should keep my mouth quiet on that one. So I'm actually watering the lawn, and then she's like, that was kind of sexy. I was like, we had discussions because we'd seen Ricky Gervais talk about things women or your partner finds that are sexy that aren't actually sexy at all. Or just like they think it's a normal thing when they deem it to be sexy. She's like, you watering the lawn was kind of sexy. Like, me watering the lawn. Okay. So I will say for y'all, is there anything that your significant other does that is non-sexual that you find sexy? I would love to hear what y'all got, because apparently for me it's watering the lawn. I think what for you it is. It's not dishes because I do those. It's cooking.
It's cooking.
Oh my God! I know when I hear. Ooh, she could be boiling water, but it's gonna be lit. Oh man, I can't wait for this. So that would probably be for mine.
It's just cooking, honey.
So fun. There are no photos documenting it. It is. That's the weird thing we found is the fact that we really don't take pictures. Unless other people take them.
Oh, we didn't talk about the big restaurant that we went to.
Go on.
So E.G.O took me out to dinner on Thursday. We went to this place called Signature. It sort of sits on a hill at a resort, and it's a high-end restaurant. It's and we tried caviar for the first time, and it was delicious. And everything they fed us was amazing. And then even for like dessert, we were full. So we were just having like a dessert drink, and they still brought out like a little sampler of their desserts. And then they sent me home with this little mini mousse cake that was to die for. Like service, food, all of it was just stellar. It was really good. And they do a chef tastings on Friday and Saturday, so we're gonna have to go back for that. Caviar is good though. It's actually pretty good.
All right. So, yeah, if you ever are in San Antonio in South Texas, check out Signature. That show was amazing. It was so good because I almost got tipsy off of one glass of champagne. It was that good. We got Stephen Ransom. It's been a while, but stepping out of the shower, no makeup towel. Sorry, I'll be in my bunk. I got you, dude. So I guess for the next 20 minutes or so, we're just going to react to some relationship videos that have actually been scouring the internet on, and I have found.
Oh, dear.
So one is going to be a compare and contrast.
Oh, God.
So I'm not sure if you heard about, I think it's Usher's residency in Vegas, I think.
Oh, yeah, really? I would go see him in Vegas.
Okay, well, see, this is why this is relevant, because Keke Palmer went to the concert.
I don't know who that is.
Let me just. Shit. You'll probably know her when you see her. Hold on, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Jesus, I need to get rid of this photo that's got me on here. But let me see if I can find it here. All right, and I'm bringing it up. I'll probably not play the song just because I don't want to get a copyright. So do you know who that is, Keke Palmer?
No.
No. Okay. So Keke Palmer is an actress. She recently.
Is she a porn star or like an actress?
No, she's an actress. I mean, the legitimate one.
Oh, okay.
I can see. I didn't
What
put
is she
adult
in?
in front of it. She was in that movie with Ice Cube where she plays football. Nope. She's in Nope.
We didn't see Nope.
I thought you actually did.
No.
Okay. So I have. So she's going to this concert with Usher's residency.
Okay.
It's her and the girls.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming. And, hey, she had her baby maybe like 2-3 months ago.
Okay.
With
She's
her
looking
baby
good.
daddy. She's looking good, all right? So this is the video in question. So Usher is trying to pull up on her. It's like, hey, I'm going to give a hug to Usher. Usher is
he said, let me get in there.
Right. So I'm letting you watch it. Usher's doing his thing, singing. He basically goes up row to row and finds somebody, sings with them, dance with them.
Okay.
So I think you're singing My Boo. All right. She's
So she's having fun. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll keep you watching. I'll let you watch the whole clip because it's a minute.
Why? Okay.
And then,
Oh, she don't have no clothes on. She wore the bathing suit to the thing.
Okay, and that's why there are questions, because this is girls' night.
Well, nowadays you don't wear clothes, so.
So this is what happened, right? So that was, hey.
Okay.
Good deal,
That was
deal.
fine. Good fun.
So this is what her baby daddy said.
Oh, dear
Said
God.
2 things. First thing, it's the outfit, though. You a mom. That's the first thing he said. Then I'm going to find the second thing that was said, my love. And we are going to wind up reading that as well. So.
That's the outfit, though. Okay.
Okay. That's why I'm bringing it up. So this is what was said later. We live in a generation where a man in the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family, my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case.
Oh, okay.
So that's what she never really said anything back.
She was like, oh, shit.
But that's what he said. So what if...
So he didn't see her before she went out the house?
This is why I'll open the floor to you, my love. Go on. What are your thoughts?
I mean, one, I think their interaction was in good fun. Just like any other fan, he would have been dancing and singing. But when she turned around and I saw her booty cheeks, I guess Look, it's like wearing a bathing suit, though. So, I don't know. She's wearing a dress. She's covered. I mean, I didn't expect the thong bathing suit. I don't understand why you need to put that out there, but that's me.
Okay.
And I mean, if your husband, the father of your child, feels a certain type of way about it, you should probably, respect his feelings about it. And on some level, he's right. Like, why are you showing the world, like, other people that they don't need to see it? Like, what's the point? You got a man, you got a baby. Like, who? A lot of people would be like, oh, she's doing it to feel good about herself. Well, like, you could still feel good about yourself and not be half naked. So
fair. I will say that these are husband gripes, and you, sir, are not a husband.
Oh, he's not a husband?
He's baby daddy.
What? Oh, I didn't know that. Then shut your mouth. Here we are. I'm out here getting someone to put a ring on it.
This baby daddy. We're in a good relationship, and I have the baby, but those are husband grievances. Like, now that I'm 37, I can say.
How come do they not believe in marriage? Or
all I'm saying is, young man, those are husband grievances. You're just the father to the child, so because you didn't really, marry the woman and make her an honest woman, she can kind of do what she wants to me.
Okay.
Because you said, hey, you know what? You don't need a ring, just a baby.
I don't understand that, but some people don't believe in marriage in that sense, to sign a piece of paper.
But, and I would say, if that's what you believe, I would need to know that. Because if you don't do that, you just have the baby, it's like, well, sir, I mean, it looks like she's single right now.
She ain't got no ring on my finger.
Now, I will say,
bonus hole.
Baby, that's
never gonna not be funny to me. Bonus hole.
It is
like, I just don't know how one got deemed bonus hole and the other one didn't. I feel like if you flip flop it, we all know what the bonus is.
Is it really a bonus hole if it bleeds? That's all I'm saying.
Wait, what?
For a bonus hole, I thought bonus hole was women, right?
Yes.
The thing is, like, would you consider it a bonus hole if it bleeds? That's what's a bonus about bleeding.
Well, do you consider it a bonus if it poops?
If it what?
Poos.
If it what?
Poos.
Poops.
Yeah, poop comes out of it.
I mean, it's like a default hole. I consider them default holes. Like, bonus hole would be if you didn't have one and you made one. That's a bonus hole. Like, because you made it. Bonus. Ding, 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 ding. Everyone else is a default hole. So, if it's a bonus hole, I'm assuming you made it. Like, you did something to get a bonus. Not you were born with a bonus. That sounds dumb.
So then, are you saying men who transition to women and get the...
Call that a bonus hole.
That's a bonus hole?
Yeah, I made a hole from a pole. Bonus hole. Cool, that works. Like, that should be on, like, if you're on Bumble or whatever the fuck, you need to be God. Bonus hole should be a subcategory for if you have one or if you're into bonus holes. That's fine. That's cool. It's just, you can't say someone that was born with something, a hole that bleeds for 5 days every month. That's not a bonus hole. Okay, that's just...
Why isn't it a bonus hole? I mean, I don't think it's a bonus hole. I think it's a stupid term.
It is.
But I'm not understanding your logic.
Because it's not a bonus if you have it as a default setting.
Okay.
Like, if you made one, like, hey, I wasn't born with this extra hole, but I made one. Now it's a bonus hole. That's fine. All right, cool. Like, bonus means, when you get a bonus, like, you did something to earn your bonus.
I know what bonus means. I mean, it just, you brought in the bleeding thing, and I don't see how that applies.
I was gonna say, well, anything that doesn't bleed anything that bleeds for 5 days and doesn't die is either a zombie or a vampire. But I just said bonus hole.
Vampires don't bleed, but
anyway. You read Sever Soul. There's a thing with that on there. Anyway, so the thing is that actually, so there was I brought up the Kiki Palmer incident because there was another incident to where he was doing his residency and pulled up on her name is Winnie Harlow. Now
Is that a porn star?
Winnie Harlow is actually she was an Instagram model, and then she's got vitiligo. So
she was a model, like a cover girl model.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
So vitiligo is the shit that Michael Jackson told y'all he had when he took that acid bath. And so Winnie Harlow actually is a model that has vitiligo, where like parts and patches of her skin are like white.
Okay.
And, like, she's black. And the cool thing about Winnie Harlow is like
she has the heart,
here,
right?
She's got a heart vitiligo.
Mm-hmm.
So her lips to her mouth is like lips to chin is a heart. So she was out with her man Kyle Kuzma.
He was with her?
Yeah. Okay. Kyle Kuzma's the basketball player she's dating.
Oh.
And then you kind of see what you don't, but they were there at Usher's concert after Keke Palmer, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna contrast what Keke did with what Winnie did. And you're gonna see it, right? Check us out. So same thing. Usher's trying to serenade, he's walking up and down the aisles, and then this is what Winnie do right here. So he's like, oh, that's Winnie Harlow right there. What would he do? Boom. Bam. You know where she's sitting?
On her man.
And on her man's lap. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna let everyone else sing and enjoy it because that did not work. I'm saying contrast that, honey. Go on.
What do you mean contrast it?
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Do you think she would have done this and something different if her man was not there? Kiki's man wasn't there.
That's the first problem I have.
So
I'm not leaving you alone with Usher.
Why?
Because it's either the way that you have a certain person in mind, and for someone else that might be Usher. I know if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson were having a concert, you don't go by yourself. I'm not allowing that. All right, she's fine, Dwayne. Move along. It might be The Rock, but I'm pushing The Rock that way. It's paper. Rock, go over there. You lose. I did this.
Okay. I mean, I guess I don't think there's really a contrast because they're two very different situations.
All I'm saying is the fact that
also Winnie looked entirely clothed.
Shit, she sat right in her. I'm just saying the response was like, hey, look, I know that you weren't there, sir. That's part of the issue, probably. Because your man wasn't there, but she saw me. It's like, I saw what y'all did to Kiki.
She said, I'm out.
I'm sitting Kyle's lap.
I mean, good for her.
You should go the other way. Go on.
I mean, but then also, like, it would have been really weird if she let him kind of like hug on her and stuff right in front of her person.
That's fair.
That would have been weird.
Is there any concert that I go to by myself with a female artist where she could do that to me?
Okay.
There's no okay. Because I know for me it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. For you,
I don't know if you. I mean, I know you like Halle Berry, but I don't think she'd grind up on you. So,
what would you do if she did?
I don't know. I'd probably film it and be like, "Oh my God, look, Larry got his dream."
And you would let it stay that, like.
Well, yeah, it's not like you get anything but a little bump and a little.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Wait. What if Halle said I'm more than that?
She won't.
Why would? I'm a real boy.
Just like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson would give me nothing more than like a hug.
I don't trust that. You know what, Shiro? When I look at you, I believe you have the ability, just like amazing.
He doesn't do that.
I do, because he always talks with his eyes, even though he's wearing sunglasses.
I mean, you let what's his name, Lou Diamond Phillips, give me a peck on the cheek.
I really, because I had to orchestrate myself. I said, hey, look, this is the thing we're doing as Jaw's husband. That was a hug. Sir, you took advantage with the lips to cheek. I really like that. But because people were behind me,
I was like, oh, this is happening.
Okay. The Rock is paper and scissors. Be careful. I
love it. Oh my god.
I'll fight him, and then y'all be like, why y'all let a miniature action figure fight the Rock? Exactly.
He literally ripped an iron gate off of his house.
I have husband strength, okay? You'll do something. I don't know exactly what it all is.
Will you make weird noises as you try to attack him if people pay you? That was good.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. That's fine. I will give you that. So we compared and contrasted those two. I'm just saying, yeah.
I mean, good for her. She did what I think most women would do if their man was there.
That's fair. All right. This last
But
one,
I also think T.J. Palmer did what most women would do if they're on a girls' night. Like, he didn't do anything bad.
Okay.
He didn't put his hands in inappropriate places. He just, like, had her there and sang a little, and that was it.
Okay. All right. I'm watching you for your next girls' trip.
Okay.
I'll be watching you. There. All right. So the last one I'm actually going to read to you. Excuse me. This is actually from Reddit. This is one of their "Am I the Asshole" ones. Okay.
Oh, yes.
All right. So this is how it goes. The title is, "This is a weird question, but am I in a cult?" All right. Yes. Yes. So here he goes. Okay. So it starts out, okay, so me and my husband live in a highly Christian religious community. Essentially everyone...
Hold on.
Wait, what?
Question. How do you live in a community?
I'm about to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you had to choose to be... okay, anyway.
Yeah. Essentially everyone in town goes to church, and it's kind of the center of our social scene. Oh. I was never a super believer, but my husband is. And like I said, it's kind of a social requirement to be involved with the church. We also have a pastor who is extremely charismatic. I mean, like, super charismatic. He has a wife and kid, and he's probably the most important person in our community. Like, every time anyone sees him, they thank him and kind of treat him like a celebrity. All right? However, there has always been something a little off about him. He has always given special attention to the wise in our congregation.
Of course.
And while I've never been that close with him,
There's the ones who make sure he gets his donation.
All right. I've seen a lot of my friends and a lot of people I know become close with him, despite not being unique in terms of their place in the parish. All right. Now, this is where it gets weird. Over the last month, a massive, what I deem to be scandal, has been revealed. There are now 3 different married women in our parish who confirmed are pregnant with this child. Additionally, now rumors are starting to spread like wildfire of him also sleeping with many other women in the congregation. I actually know many of them, and some of them have confessed to me that the rumors are true. All in all, he could be sleeping with up to 16 of the women in our 150 family congregation. So that's well over 10%. That's 10% at least. And yet, for some reason, no one seems to care and hasn't affected the marriage of any of the women he's sleeping with.
Wait, has not?
Has not. Even the ones he knocked up. It hasn't even impacted his own marriage. And it seems like no one in the community even cares.
What? Then how is it a scandal?
It almost is like this whole thing has made everyone even more loyal to him. My husband is even still comfortable with me spending time around him alone during my volunteering. What do you guys think? Is this cult-like behavior, or am I overreacting?
Girl, you better run. Your husband about to sell you to the pastor. You just don't have a baby for him.
Oh, man.
Village your congregation, and then they'll start taking the little girls and marrying them off. Nope, run.
Oh, I was like, who had to ask? Who got to this point and then decided I should ask everyone else?
I just don't understand how it's not a thing. Like, 3 women are pregnant at the same time, and people are like, it's okay. What you mean it's okay? It's not okay. Our pastor had an affair and they had to vote if he was going to get kicked out or stay the pastor.
Did they ever say how close it got?
I don't know. I do know that they ultimately decided he should stay. People are not infallible. But he's not treated like, you know what I mean? Like, nothing like that scenario.
All right, that's why I had to double check. I was like, I mean, when she said it, I mean, extremely charismatic. I was like, nah, yeah, you can't be around my wife. No, thank you.
Well, yeah, it's weird that her husband's like, it's fine. I want to know what this pastor is saying to the dudes for them to be like,
along with their woman.
Yeah, maybe they're all gay and they just marry, you know, and then he knows that. I don't
16?
I don't know.
It's over 10. Well, no, actually, that was the study that in the 90s was like it takes 10% of the population would be. So it was like, I guess, but it's hard to get that 10% in a church, from what I would recall. However, it's just like, I mean, if you're one of the women and you know your husband isn't, like, why would you share that? That's all I'm saying. I'm just like, I just want to know at what point, like, what do you need? How are you alone with my wife? Like, what did you need that we couldn't go to?
Well, yeah, like, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. Yeah, why would she? I'm so confused. That's a weird situation.
It is. It's a very weird situation.
It's a cult run.
I'm not gonna lie. If The Rock looked at Saudi Arabia, I'd be like, I would say it defiantly, but I was like, yes. And then, yeah, then we'd have to go from there. It'd be a weird fight. It'd be a weird fight. But then
you could run around his knees maybe and take him out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm punching kneecaps. Believe that. You can remember this every time you walk.
You break your hand, honey.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's worth it.
No, you get it. So when you hit somebody, you got to put soft things to hard things to soft things. So kneecap is hard. So you'd probably have to like forearm
it's just,
something.
The forearm or kneecap, it's just, I mean, it's just, it doesn't look manly when you do it. So you have to
it doesn't matter. You're down there. Easy access.
I got to punch it. And no, it's like when people break, it's why you break your hand. Punch The Rock's kneecap. Like, everyone will be okay with that injury.
Would they?
Yes.
But you could have gone a different route and not broken.
Who's going to say you should have palmed his kneecap?
Fighters who know that you don't want to break your hand.
That's why she gotta go back to sleep, y'all. Yeah, put her back to sleep, guys. Okay, back to sleep.
I'm so tired.
She is, guys. And thank you guys for joining us with us. And that's just catching you guys up to speed on everything. When we come back in 2 weeks?
2 weeks. 2 semanas.
Yes. We'll actually have a more interesting topic to actually discover, and we're probably going to want you all's input on it. But for now, I will say thank you guys so much for showing up. Go ahead. You got anything?
Well, I want us to review a movie.
Well, we haven't seen it, though. What are we talking about?
The Chris Rock one that you like.
Oh, I Think I Love My Wife? We'll probably do that. We can do that. We got another topic that you actually brought up that we can talk about.
Did?
You did, honey. It's just we were doing this one was a catch up, and then when we have our 2 weeks, we'll have our planned topic on there. Don't worry, it's okay.
I just show up.
I know. That's what happens when you're the talent. All you have to do is
I just show up.
Sure. The rest of us just have to manage the talent. It's a massive talent you must be, my love.
Needs a lot of managing.
She does need a lot of managing. A lot.
Oh, God.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with our topic. But for now, for E.G.O and slightly hungover Shiro, we are out. Thank you, guys.